Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here we see Diego Corrales. And they'll have a nice reach advantage. And up against him, Emmanuel Augustus. And you can see one of these fighters is older than the other. They'll be fighting as lightweights. Smaller weight class, of course, but these two pack quite a punch.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Diego Corrales from the United States of America. In their last fight, they got knocked out. Let's see if they can bounce back in this one. Emmanuel Augustus from the United States of America. Last time we saw them in action, they lost by a TKO. Let's see how this one plays out.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, Diego Chico Corrales. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, Emmanuel Augustus.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight in.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Catch and shoot. A lot of effort being exerted here. The stamina is off the charts. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Corrales might be ready to go. Disaster averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
There's a counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here we go for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
About 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. punch himself out, though. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Jab not finding its target. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can hold that thought. Augustus is clipped. Was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good counter. Corrales is stumbling and bumbling. The momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
There's the bell to start round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Corrales in some real trouble now. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire. Hold that thought. Oh, and Corrales, the body language tells you. And going to the canvas is Corrales. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I need to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight? Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Corrales is stumbling and bumbling. Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Just misses with the right uppercut. A perfect counter shot. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Here we go to the 4th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Corrales in some real trouble now. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Looking to land the hook. Nice counter. Stamina is off the charts. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Back into the fray here in round 5. That 1 minute break, sure. And down goes Diego Corrales. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Augustus is wobbly right now in some big trouble. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he got to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Corrales might be ready to go. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That right hook not connecting. And he just missed with that left jab. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. And Corrales goes down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
There's always a...
On to the 6th round. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. And now they're right back into the fray.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Corrales is stumbling and bumbling. A much better game plan here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That counter. Corrales in some real trouble now. How is this fight still continuing?
Got caught sleeping.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did...
Here we go, it's round 7. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Just misses with that uppercut. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? So apparently the referee deems it's not that serious, and this fight moves on. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in. And there's the bell for round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Oh, and Augustus might be ready to fall down. How are they still standing?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. careful for that receipt. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. The fight is over.
This should have been stopped at the beginning of the round.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost.